umbrellas may be up, but the rain apparently has stopped here at Flemington, which is good news, and hopefully that's the sign of things to come later in the day. So if you're thinking of coming out, if you happen to be in Melbourne, why don't you join us for our great day of racing? They're at the stalls for the first. Here are the tote figures as they stand. Blue Star at $5.40 right in contention, along with Torval and Dean at $5.30. There's been a move for Zabuan at $4.50. It's trimmed up 60 cents. So you can see the red figures are the ones that have shortened, and that means that he's back on track, has been just about the best back runner in the race in $1.40 to $4.70, and Fuego Bravo is at $23.60. That's what the
second pick on track. 5:30 now, Torval and Dean. Fuego Bravo goes up, and the line is good now for the running of the Cup Day hurdle. Set to go. Line good, light flashing, racing. And one of the first away, Celtic Revenge, nearer the inside out quickly as he's back on track, and Zabuan began well with Les Vos Ruler. Further out on the track here, and Kick at the Grey showing good speed. He's back on track, jumped that awkwardly. Zabuan tucking in behind them, and wider out on the track going forward now as Classic Tudor going up to the second. Kick it out in the middle, just led now from Les Vos Ruler, and further out Classic Tudor. A length and a half, he's back on track. Celtic Revenge followed by Regal Royal. Fuego Bravo coming down the centre of the track, and back behind those Torval and Dean. Hobart, Blue Star, Zabuan getting back to last at the third. Kick it, and on the outside now going to head it off is Classic Tudor. Classic Tudor led Kick it, and wider out Fuego Bravo as they come down towards the next one. And over that one they go, and the leader Dak in the middle here is Classic Tudor. Length and a half in front now from Fuego Bravo, and the grey is third now, Kick It. Fourth, Lev Vos Ruler from he's back on track on the inside of Torval and Dean as they go to the next. On the outside, Celtic Revenge, and then Regal Royal on the outside of Blue Star, a length into Hobart, and two to Zabuan last of all. But have gone over 5 out of the straight, 8 flights to get over, 2,200 metres to go in the opening race, and Classic Tudor in the all-white colours. A length and a half to Les Vos Ruler, a length further back on the inside, Kick It. Two to Torval and Dean up fourth on the outside of his back on track, the rail. 3 deep to the outside is Fuego Bravo over the crossing of the 2,000 metre mark. A length further back, Blue Star. Regal Royal outside it from Celtic Revenge, and two to Hobart, and last of all Zabuan over the one of the 1,900 metre mark, and the leader still Classic Tudor by nearly 2. Second is Lev Vos Ruler, a length and a half to Kick It. No change from Torval and Dean at the 1,800 metre mark. He's gone up 1 length away fourth. He's back on track, a length away fifth as they go to the one of the 1,700 metre mark. Two to Blue Star on the inside of Regal Royal. A length then on the outside, Fuego Bravo, followed by Hobart. Zabuan outside it about 12 lengths from the front, and 2 lengths to Celtic Revenge last of all. Over the one there at the 1,450 metre mark, and the leader, there's one down. He's back on track. He's back on track, has gone down. The favourite has hit that hard. The horse has been badly injured. The rider is on his feet. Into the back they go at the 1,300 metre mark, and over on the inside here, jumping it in front is Classic Tudor, a length into Les Vos Ruler, and Kick It third. Torval and Dean nice and handy fourth, about 3 lengths off them. They're 4 lengths to Blue Star, a length and a half then to Regal Royal over that one. 5 to Hobart, 4 or 5 Zabuan. Can't fire a shot today, it might be too soft for him. And tailing right out in the race are Celtic Revenge, and last of all Fuego Bravo. Coming down the side now, they're at the 750 metre mark, and over that one, and Classic Tudor grabbed quickly by Lev Vos Ruler as they go over that one. Another one down there. Let's have a look. It's Blue Star. Blue Star has crashed to that one. Les Vos Ruler went straight to the front now from Classic Tudor. Torval and Dean running home well. He's out after the leader. 2 lengths to Kick It. 8 lengths Hobart, then Regal Royal, Zabuan. Forget the others coming around the turn. 2 flights to go in the opening race, and Les Vos Ruler, the leader from Torval and Dean, after him quickly. Kick It's got another kick on the outside, the grey, and then dropping out of a Classic Tudor and a gap to Hobart. Les Vos Ruler, the one they've got to beat at the side, the 400. Came to the second last, a length in front. Torval and Dean hit it hard and down, hitting that one badly and crashing through the rail is Classic Tudor, but the leader Les Vos Ruler at the last by 2. He's over it from Torval and Dean. 4 to Kick It. The jumping's over. Torval and Dean coming at Les Vos Ruler, 150 to go. Les Vos Ruler being tackled by Torval and Dean. Torval and Dean getting up to Les Vos Ruler. Stride for stride. Torval and Dean gets his head in front. Torval and Dean a half length on the line to Les Vos Ruler. 5 away third. Zabuan going to run third. Fourth is Kick It, a gap then to Hobart. Then came Regal Royal. Riderless Blue Star coming in. Fuego Bravo just coming in now. And behind it, Celtic Revenge. Nasty one at the second last. Goodness, this one, Classic Tudor has gone through the running rail. Rider looked to hit an upright, but it was padded, thank God. And the jockey is now remounted on the horse. They're both intact.
Incredible there. Eddie Lamb, he came into contact with one of those padded uprights, as you heard Brian just say. He's okay. So is the horse. Incredible. 5 Torvalandine, 6:30, 190. 4 Lesvos Ruler, 460. 6 Zabuan, 190.
Then hit one and crashed heavily over there at about the 1,450 metre mark. He's broken a leg and he's been humanely destroyed. He's back on track, which is terrible luck for Connections. The people, of course, the Moroni stable who won the Cup with Brew last year, they've lost their hurdler here in the first. Righto, Torvalandine has outstayed a Lesvos Ruler. And Torvalandine has scored number 5, number 4 is second. That's Lesvos Ruler, and third goes to number 6, and that's Zabuan. And that's a great win for Jenny Chapman, co-commentator with Pete Donegan on Network 10. Jenny manages the syndicate, the Price Bloodstock Management number 2 syndicate. She manages this from Hong Kong.
And here are the totes on race number 1 at Flemington. The winner was number 5, Torvalandine, 6:30, 190. 4 Lesvos Ruler, 460. 6 Zabuan, $1.90. Quinella, 43.80. Exacta, $66. And the 546 trifecta, $322.40. $322.40 was the trifecta. We'll bring you a report, if at all possible, on those fallen horses and riders. The first 4 at Flemington. 5, 4, 6, 9, 5, 4, 6, 9, $4,950.50. That's $4,950.50. First 4, race 1, Flemington.
On 2K.
Good morning, Chris. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Kembla Grange. And they're commencing to move up. Sans Souci Stars, the first one into line for this big Kembla Grange meeting here on Melbourne Cup Day. And a good crowd in already for the early start of the day. Of course, we have a 4-hour gap in the middle and pretty much run the second part as a twilight meeting. Always a successful day here at Kembla, and they're moving up for this, the first. Flying Nico's the favourite, $1.90. Al Mahar, $5.80. Poocher, $6.90. And Sans Souci Star at $7.70. Now they're moving up for the first. This the Universal Prince Handicap. Sans Souci Star was the first one into line with Poocher. Sir Emery about to take up its position, so the 3 horses in the red, white and blue colours go in. Flying Nico, who was a good 4th here at Kembla last start. And that there's a late scratching, number 4 Chief Arpad, the time? 11.05. Vet's advice. Now please note we have a late scratching number 4 Chief Arpad. Number 4 Chief Arpad, a late scratching. Vet's advice, 11.05. Number 4 Chief Arpad, a late scratching. Flying Nico goes in, so On an Edge is the final one to load for this, the first at Kembla Grange. Flying Nico at $2. On an Edge goes in, late scratching 4. Field is now set to go. 1,300 metres. They stand well, nothing yet, standing okay in the centre. Starter on the platform, repeating a late scratching 4 at 11.05. Vet's advice. Off in the first at Kembla on Cup Day. Sans Souci Star on the inside was one of the best to begin. Poocher's showing speed in the centre. It's going to roll to the front after 100 and 200 metres. Poocher leads. Sir Emery goes up on the outside. Sans Souci Star's going to settle in third in the early part of the race. On an Edge 4th on the outside, then Flying Nico. 2 lengths away to Al Mahar. And last of all is Nothing Yet. And number 4 was a late scratching at the gates as they head down to the 900 metre mark. And Poocher is the leader by 3 parts of a length. Sir Emery and Sans Souci Star third the inside. Flying Nico 4th the outer, 2 lengths On an Edge. It covers up Al Mahar and Nothing Yet as last of the 7 as they come up to the corner at the 600 metre mark. It's Sir Emery on the outside of Poocher. Flying Nico just behind them along with Sans Souci Star along the rail. 2 lengths Al Mahar as Sir Emery goes wide there on the corner. A long gap then to Nothing Yet and On an Edge. Into the straight, Poocher still has the rail. Sir Emery went bush. Now Sans Souci Star gets off the fence and is in hot pursuit of Poocher, and they were followed by El Mahar down the outside, and Flying Nico, the favourite, still there, angling back to the inside. Poocher, the leader. Sans Souci Star and El Mahar joining in from Flying Nico. Heading the front, though, was Sans Souci Star from El Mahar, and Poocher kicking, then Sir Emery out wide. El Mahar just in front. Poocher's kicking. El Mahar will win it, though. El Mahar by a half length. Poocher and Sans Souci Star not far away third. Flying Nico, Sir Emery, who went off the track around the home corner. Behind those, Nothing Yet, and a long gap on an edge, last of the 7.
Winner there, number 5. That was a good go. Al Mahar, 440, 150 over 7. Poocher to pay 180, and 8 Sans Souci Star to get third, $1.60. It'll be 5, 7 and 8 after the running of race 1 at Kembla. Now the second at Flemington for the 2-year-olds is 7 minutes away. Wyndham Glory here is the top rating special here at 250. Cool Trent 760. 950 about Exclusive Appeal. Nikos at 390, well supported. Down to 15 Argonaut. Then to 8 Danehill Warrior at 13. 19's about Scala Glow, and Kalani at $10. That's 7 minutes off the second at Flemington. Now
Race number 2, and as I said earlier, those storm showers starting to clear over the top of Melbourne at the moment. We might head back to the studio.
Kalani safe. What did you think here, Dean?
Yeah, Brian, hard to know. Haven't seen many of them before, but I thought Argonaut had improved a little bit.
He went very fast at the Valley, didn't he?
He went very quick, way too quick, and he was really running. And I think Nikos with the gear change will improve. He's quite a strong-looking horse, and I think he's tightened up with a couple of runs. So good with a couple of the race brigade in the trifecta.
OK, they're ready to go. Race number 2. Solid favourite now is Wyndham Glory. They're off and running. Dipping was Argonaut just after the start. Now Wyndham Glory has begun OK. Over on the inside, Kalani and Exclusive Appeal away fast. Now where are they heading? They're well off the fence. Wyndham Glory's going up with Argonaut. There's 3 or 4 in line. Behind them now Scala Glow, and 2 lengths further back then to Cool Trent. Now 2 coming down the grandstand rail. Out here at Danehill Warrior, and with it Nikos. They're the lone 2 down the outside. Over on the inside, Wyndham Glory quickly took it up. It's about 5 or 6 off the inside rail, but it leads a good length and a half to Scala Glow. And Cool Trent improving under a fair hold from Argonaut. Kalani's dropped right out, and then came Exclusive Appeal. Wyndham Glory under pressure. Cool Trent going up to it from Scala Glow the inside. Down the outside, and Nikos quickly hit the front. Nikos out wide, but it's Cool Trent getting to the lead. Wyndham Glory fighting back, but drifting back to the fence. Cool Trent got the upper hand from Wyndham Glory. They're well out in front of Nikos on the outside, or the flat side are well out in front, and Cool Trent is holding Wyndham Glory, and Scala Glow down to the line, and Cool Trent by 2 lengths. And Preble has broken his runabouts, I'd say. Yes, he has. From Wyndham Glory, Scala Glow probably third from Nikos on the outside rail, then Argonaut. Further back in the race then came Exclusive Appeal, the inside Kalani, and well back Danehill Warrior.
Number 3, Cool Trent, 7 even, 2 even, 1 Wyndham Glory, 110. It is a photo for third and a close go right off the track. We've got Nikos, number 5 at 130, and 9 Scala Glow, 550.
The rider of the carnival for the last 2 years, so he's punched the air as he hit the line here. And what a relief for Brett to break through. It's the right time. First of the flat races on Melbourne Cup Day. And the Giant has awoken, I would say. B. Preble, that's a confidence booster for him. 3, 1 and 9. 3, 1 and 9, number 3. Cool Trent, Brett Preble. 1, Wyndham Glory, Howard Cheng. 9, Scala Glow, ridden by Steve Baster, just ahead of Nikos, who came down the outside. But they were well behind the Flat Brigade, and the Flat Brigade were a good 4 to 5 horses away from the inside rail, with just under pressure Wyndham Glory drifting back nearer the inside. But Cool Trent, under a hold, as I mentioned on the call of the 300-metre mark, picked them up.
Number 3, Cool Trent, 7 even, 2 even, 1 Wyndham Glory, 110, 9 Scala Glow, 550, Quinella, $8, the Exacta, $19.10, the 3, 1 and 9 trifecta, $192.80, $192.80, 5 was placed 4th, that was Nikos for the first 4, so 3, 1, 9 and 5 is $1,073, $1,073, margins, times and weight to come, and Brett Preble was the winning rider.
On 2K1.
Yes, everybody is up and about today, and looking good too. For Cup Day, now Kembla, the second, not far off. Eden Rock at 860 into 250 Linger Longer, the rating special, the favourite. Janali 780, 450 Dow Jones, top notch at 360, the roughie Vichy. are about to start moving in. Let's rated there to dead as a late scratching in the 9th, 14 Noble Challenge. OK, now, Tony, your best for Flemington on Cup Day.
One super duper special. It's race 8, number 13, Thong Classic on the rain-affected track.
Now, Greg Miles likes these 4, Moon Dragon in race 6, number 4, race 9, number 15, Prince Rubiton. Alf Matthews, race 5, number 1, Deprave, race 9, number 15, Prince Rubiton. And ratings for Flemington in race 2, number 1, Wyndham Glory, race 6, number 4, Moon Dragon, and in race 9, number 7, the Expat. Now let's move on to Cheltenham and have a look at the main ones there for Tony.
And the field of 6 are on their way. Dow Jones from the inside gate was the best to begin clearly. Top Notch on the outside goes up though to join it and levels up with it and now hits the front after 200 metres. Top Notch goes to a clear lead by a length and a half. Dow Jones, Eden Rock third on the outside of Janali. Lingalonga fifth on the inside and 2 lengths to Vici last of the small field of 6, about 4 off the leader, which is Top Notch. At the 800 metre mark, Top Notch the leader by a length. Eden Rock on the outside of Dow Jones getting the run of the race third. Lingalonga fourth on the inside of Janali and Vici last of the 6, 1 off the fence, still about 3 or 4 off the leader. At the 500 metre mark and Top Notch for Dale Spriggs leads them to the turn by half a length to Eden Rock. Dow Jones behind them awaiting to strike, followed by Janali ridden up. Lingalonga sticking to the inside and then came Vici last of the 6. Top Notch at the 300 metre mark, joined by Eden Rock on the outside who claims it. Eden Rock goes to the front from Top Notch. It wants to run in though, Eden Rock. Dow Jones and then came Janali and then came Lingalonga. Eden Rock in front, Top Notch kicking and Dow Jones joining in from Janali. Eden Rock on the outside with Top Notch and Dow Jones, a terrific three-way finish. Eden Rock just in front, Dow Jones won't get it. Eden Rock from Dow Jones and Top Notch. Then came Janali from Lingalonga and the last one to finish was Vici.
Gee, a good go there. They've had terrific finishes in the first couple at Kembla. Eden Rock just gets there over Dow Jones and Top Notch. So 1, 4, 5 it'll be after the second. Back to Randwick, we were checking the best bets there. We're up to Ian Craig's thoughts. And
in fact, I think I'll do these because Dan's probably learning his colours. Trick $20.50, Life Goes On 6.10, Shelley's Magic $5.60, Karpalua $7. Big odds about the others, Flotsam at 20 and Granita at 13. Over the page we go to Hidden Honey, which is showing around about the $12 mark. Miss Magari at $5.80 has tightened up. Ocean Tide has got the blows a little bit out to $10.70. They are the main chances for race 3, the Singapore Mares Challenge. It's over 1,700 metres and it starts on the Maribyrnong Riverside, a long way away from the river, nice and dry.
On 2KY, welcome to the National Racing Service. Here's Fred Hastings.
Welcome along, ladies and gentlemen, to today's Melbourne Cup coverage here on 2KY Racing Radio. Only a couple to move in at Flemington for race 3. On the other side of this race, we'll bring you the selections for Cheltenham by Mal James, and we'll keep you updated right throughout the afternoon with updates on this year's Tui's new Melbourne Cup. But first things first, let's head to Flemington for race 3, and here's Brian Martin for the call.
Couple to go up here, Dean.
Yes, Brian, don't know how much more this track can take of this weather before we get another downgrade because it has really rained the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, settled right in here and downgraded to dead, but would be heading towards a slow condition. We're waiting on Check Our Beast to come forward. It'll be one of the last in. Kapalua drawn in. Visibility down, looking at our starting position here. They're ready and they're off and running, the mares, and Kapalua and Brief Illusion bounced out quickly. Life Goes On was getting back after the start, and Granita went back 4 lengths last of all, settling down. Brief Illusion, the inside lead now from moving up now. Roadhouse Blues tricked when they go along the back of the track, and it's tricked up second. Further out in the track now going forward is Hidden Honey. They're followed by Rose of Georgia, the inside Kapalua, and Shelley's Magic is out wide along the back, and the leader is Brief Illusion. It led about a half length to Hidden Honey on the outside, a length and a half further back tricked. Kapalua the inside from Shelley's Magic. Miss Magari deep around Rose of Georgia, Sophie Princess, Roadhouse Blues. Kinjika back in the middle. They're followed further back in the race by Flotsam as they go along the back. Pretty hard to pick them up here. They're at the 900 metre mark. And on the outside, Hidden Honey led off the fence about a length and a half in front from Brief Illusion second. A length further back in the race, Trick from Kapalua, Shelley's Magic Rose of Georgia, Miss Magari, Sophie Princess, and further back then Ocean Tide, Kinjaika. Further back in the race then, Life Goes On, followed by Check Our Bees. Well back is Flotsam on the turn. With it, Grenada, and back to the inside, Roadhouse Blues coming around the turn. Leader swung wide out in the middle, and the leader still is Hidden Honey, about a length and a half, and got away two in front down to the 400-metre mark. And it's 2 lengths to Kapalua after it quickly. Then Tricked, and right down the middle now, Life Goes On is finishing at a great rate. Then Check Our Bees and Flotsam coming home well. Hidden Honey ducking back to the fence, and Life Go On on the outside's got it. Further out is Flotsam coming into it. It's getting to the front. Life Goes On from Hidden Honey and Flotsam. Life Goes On in front of Flotsam, and Life Goes On wins a length. Flotsam second, third home Hidden Honey, then Check Our Bees, Kapalua, Miss Magari. Grenada made some ground, followed by Tricked, and further back Kinjaika. The inside Ocean Tide, followed by Roadhouse Blues. Rose of Georgia, further back in the race then Brief Illusion, the leader, knocked up badly. Back behind those is Sophie Princess and Shelley's Magic near the tail.
Number 2, Life Goes On, Jim Cassidy, 750, 250. Number 7, Flotsam, 680. 9, Hidden Honey, 370.
Goes On, very difficult conditions for the broadcasters and the viewer, I'm sure. And Life Goes On, right out towards the middle after Hidden Honey, which had raced outside Brief Illusion, took it up the lead at the 600-metre mark, drifted back to the fence well on the straight. Life Goes On and Flotsam with the two emerging from the pack in front of Kapalua, and they've come down the middle with Life Goes On, ridden by Jockey Jim from Flotsam, and Hidden Honey, numbers 2, 7 and 9. 2, 7, 9. Life Goes On, Jim Cassidy off a wide barrier, beating Flotsam, number 7, ridden by Michael Walker. Third, number 9, Hidden Honey, another one off a wide gate. Third in, officially fourth is number 6, and that's Check Our Bees. It began awkwardly, Check Our Bees. It's been a good run. And the winner, of course, just ambled out of the barrier and was a mile back, but he's come with a sweeping run out deep. And I think the pattern is clearly defined now, the pattern of racing up the centre of the track. And the winner, too good. Number 2, Life Goes On. Maxie Lees out of Newcastle prepares the horse, talking with Dean Lester.
Thanks very much, Brian. I'm joined by Max Lees, and one runner for the day, Life Goes On, and she's qualified for this country mares race in great style and won well.
Yes, well, then I had to take her to Canberra on the way down. She'd only had 5 starts, and I ran her there on the way down, and that made her qualified her. She probably should have won there too on the way down, you know, but still, it was worthwhile bringing her down for the trip.
Absolutely, and of course she had a run not long ago where she was less than 4 lengths behind Dandify Tempest Morn. For a race of this standard, it's very good form.
For a race like that, she was pretty well suited in a race like this, wasn't she?
Yeah, and yet other horses down here over the Carnival, Glen Rowan?
Yeah, he pulled up sore and said he chipped a bone in his sesamoid. Right. So I got one more runner. I got one in on Saturday, Strabane.
All right, well, best of luck, Max.
Tate's here.
All right, we'll have more from Melbourne shortly. 2KY Racing Radio. It's a half minute before midday.
It's party time this Oaks Day.
Over in front of Torval and Dean and Kick It, and another one took a fall and slipped under the running rail. That was Classic Tudor. One to get over, Les Vos Ruler at the last, over it in front of Torval and Dean and Kick It, battling away in third placing. Les Vos Ruler in front, he's tired. Torval and Dean is lifting on the outside, 100 out. Torval and Dean and Les Vos Ruler, a great finish. Torval and Dean's going home the better, grab the lead. Torval and Dean takes out the hurdle, a half length Les Vos Ruler. 6 lengths of Ewan got up and grabbed it in advance of Kick It, and then a break to Hobart, a long break to Regal Royal, who's in fact the last to complete the course. The riderless Blue Star canters past the line. Fuego Bravo and Celtic Revenge are coming down the outside, but I don't think they jumped the last couple of hurdles. Classic Tudor's okay. Eddie Lamb's remounted. He's destroyed the running rail by slipping through after falling at the second last, but he's up, he's okay, and the rider is back on board, Eddie Lamb and Classic Tudor.
Well, there we have Craig Durden and Robert Smurden combining with Torval and Dean, taking out the Cup hurdle, 5:40 to even the return, defeating Les Vos Ruler and Zabuan. So that was the opening event at Flemington today. Race number 3 from Flemington has been run and won. Let's have a look at the replay. Here's Greg Miles.
They're off now. And Brief Illusion, Kapalua began quickly towards the inside. Life Goes On and Granita are getting back with Check Our Bees. Tricked got away well. Sophie Princess is up there in the early part as they've settled into stride now. And wider out then Rose of Georgia, not far away from the pace, and Hidden Honey's improving as well. At the 1400 metres out in the gloom, it's Brief Illusion the leader, going up Hidden Honey on the outside to second, a length and a half to Tricked. Kapalua's fourth on the inside, and Shelley's Magic improving wider out. 2 lengths to Rose of Georgia over on the outside. Sophie Princess is next. Then came Miss McGarry, a length and a half behind it in the field. Then Ocean Tide on the inside of Kinjika. They were trailed as they go to the 1,000-metre mark by Could Be Life Goes On out very wide, and they were trailed by Flotsam back towards the tail of the field. Granita is at the end, and about second last at that point Could Be Ocean Tide. It's very hard to pick them up. Hidden Honey at the 500-metre mark and dashed away by about 3 lengths to Brief Illusion coming up towards the turn. Tricked is running on, and Shelley's Magic wider out is handy to them as they've come around the bend now. Kapalua's right behind them with Rose of Georgia, and then Kinjika, and wider out then at the head of the other horses, Life Goes On. Into the straight they race now. Check Our Bees, the widest runner. It's Hidden Honey in front at the 400-metre mark from Tricked and Kapalua. Shelley's Magic battling away. Life Goes On making ground. Hidden Honey at the 300 lead. Life Goes On coming after it. Flotsam with a run, and then Check Our Bees and Miss McGarry. Hidden Honey being tackled by Life Goes On and Flotsam now. It's Life Goes On hitting the front. Life Goes On a length to Hidden Honey and Flotsam. Life Goes On. Life Goes On wins it from Flotsam second. Hidden Honey a neck away third. Then Check Our Bees, Kapalua, Miss McGarry, Granita from last made ground. Followed in by Tricked and Kinjika. Back behind them to finish in the race.
Jim Cassidy aboard Life Goes On, winner of the third event from Flemington, 6:40, 2:50. The return there, and you could really see that rain tumbling down there at Flemington. It is a shame, but we're still going to see some great racing from there today. 2, 7 and 9 the placings in the third event. Let's have a look at the market at Greg Miles.
So they're ready, set to go, and they're off. Wyndham Glory began okay. Argonaut jumped okay, but he then seemed to stumble for a stride or two. 2 coming to the outside on their own there, Nikos, and in company with it, Danehill Warrior. So as they settle down, these horses over on the flat side are staying well away from the rail. And it's Wyndham Glory, one of the leaders, out in the middle of that bunch. Wyndham Glory from Scala Glow. Kalani just closer to the inside in company with those horses, and then came Exclusive Appeal, and Cool Trent is the widest and last of that division as they came towards the 500-metre mark, and on the outside there's little between these two, Nikos and Danehill Warrior, who's under the whip. At the 350-metre mark now, Cool Trent is out after Wyndham Glory and is taking the lead now, and they're clear of Scala Glow battling away on the inside, and it's Nikos well clear on this grandstand side. He looks to be in the race. 100 to go. Cool Trent is the leader from Wyndham Glory and Nikos this side, but it's all Cool Trent. Cool Trent racing away, and Cool Trent wins it well from Wyndham Glory second. Photo third between Scala Glow and Nikos on this side. They were well clear to Argonaut, followed in by Danehill Warrior.
Well, there we have it. Dean Lawson preparing Cool Trent to win on debut, and Brett Preble, the rider there, defeating Wyndham Glory, and Scala Glow was third. So 3, 1 and 9 placings in the second event from Flemington today. They're heading around to the gates now at Cheltenham Park for race number 1.
Next step, $3, $1.40. Number 1, Go Ziggy, $3.90, $1.70. And number 3, Chinese Girl, $4.20, $1.60. Neville McBurney's got 2 in this, and Chinese Girl and Dark Blue, and Ronnie Quinton's got Gallant Pride and Our Evening Star. As Brendan was saying, Our Evening Star is part owned by Sir Patrick and Lady Hogan. Sir Patrick, one of the most successful breeders in the world. 2 to come up here, and Dark Blue and Clear to the horses in name, and in goes Dark Blue. Inside runner Our Evening Star. 1800 the journey. Track is rated as good, and the rail is out 5 metres on the inside grass. And they're ready now for the first of 8 here at Royal Randwick, and they're off. And the best out was Go Ziggy, commencing well. Silver Tune nicely away was the favourite step, and Dark Blue is up hunting for the lead, and Cleared is the deepest as they settle fully into